Kumar Jafri. I am from Pakistan. So as you can see me at APTN. So the last board meeting, Pakistan was introduced as a member of APTN. Back in Pakistan, I work for a project called E-Village. The very objective of this project E-Village is to take the power of ICTs, information and communication technologies, to the villages of Pakistan and to empower the communities living in villages in health, in education, in economic empowerment, very importantly, and in good governance. So why we decided to go to villages first? Because the 75% population of Pakistan lives in villages or suburbs of the big cities. So it was very important for us to take the power of technologies to those areas. The position of internet in Pakistan is very encouraging, because in every town or almost in every villages we have either the internet facility through satellite communication everywhere in the country. Then we have a company called PTCL. It has its outreach to all major towns or areas of the country. Then we have number of private sector communication people who are trying to deploy internet in every nook and corner of the country. The mobile communication is very good in Pakistan. We have mobile signals in every part of the country, either it's hills or in plains or in remote desert areas. So now with the 3G coming up in Pakistan very fastly, we will have the internet in every village of Pakistan. So once we have the internet communication infrastructure, once we have the telecom infrastructure in the country, it was considered necessary to make some serious effort to bring the people living in villages in the mainstream and to enable them to have their share in development in health, education, economic empowerment and in good governance. You know very well that at a global level, a lot of efforts are being made in developing countries, in underdeveloped countries, in Africa, in India, in Bangladesh, in Sri Lanka, and I think it's high time for Pakistan to learn from the best practices which are being made in these countries. And internet has given us a platform to reap the benefits from these best practices. So we started the first E-Village project in Pakistan. Again, it's a not-for-profit initiative, but we get support from our sponsors like Intel, like Microsoft, like Google. So many organizations are helping in Pakistan. And now I think we are working with telecenter.org also and with APTN and network also. So the first E-Village was started somewhere in the June of 2009. In this initiative, the government of Pakistan helped us a lot, and the broadband connection was taken for the first time in a village, and that was taken on a fiber optic cable with a very some sort of untraditional network. Like we took the cable on trees or on electric poles, and we took it to the village nearby Islamabad. I think it's 30 kilometers away from Islamabad. It's called Mera Bhagwal. The very purpose of starting this village was that it was a 300 years old village, a perfect village having no latest facilities and no telecom infrastructure in that area. So it was very important to take the broadband there if we wanted to encourage people to pull some reliable information from internet. And we had the initial problems, but every organization faces in community mobilization. Some people were against internet, so we had to face them very intelligently. We had to make them convinced that it's like a knife. It can cut the apple also, but it can cut the throat also. So we'll have to be very careful while training people on internet that good stuff is there, bad stuff is there. So how they can get the benefit from the good stuff. and how they can keep themselves away from the bad stuff. Initially, we had some serious gender issues, but we involved the community with ourselves, and we went to the local mosque, we went to the local community people, and we made them understand that this is something good for them and good for the society. And thank God that they were kind enough to agree to this, and they encourage their girls, their daughters, their women, their old men, young men, everybody on board to come to the telecenter, what we call locally e-village. So the initial effort was very successful, and a number of organizations like Plan International, again international NGO, NRSP, again a National Rural Sport Program organization, and USF, Universal Service Fund, and organizations like Google supported us a lot. Intel gave us computers. So all the organizations helped us a lot in getting us stabilized in that part. So then we started growing further on the concept of hub and spokes, and then as of today there are nearly 20 villages around Islamabad in which we are present now. The model of the village is that when we go to a community, it depends that who is supporting us, how much we get the support. For example, community people, or do they provide some space to work, who will pay the utility bills of the facility. So depending upon number of consideration, we decide that we have got 3 packages. For example, one is a basic unit of ICT. It means that we give them 1 computer, with speakers and a big screen. Then we have our own customized software. This is very interesting. What does this software does? This software doesn't wait for the internet to come to the area. This software is a portal which helps the person to pull the downloaded information from the local machine. This information has got number of educative stuff like how to speak English, and like how to learn the working of computer, and how to learn the working on internet, and then finally how to earn money from internet. You know, there are a lot of low-tech skills on internet available, be it a data entry program, be it some repetitive jobs to be done on internet, and these things are available on internet. But the problem is that if we are not very smart, then the person who tries to earn money from internet ends up by losing money on internet, because there are a lot of scams on internet, and there are a number of people involved in fraud activity on internet. So our NGO e-village, first we get encountered with the people offering low-tech jobs, and once we are satisfied that they are credible people, they have their own physical addresses, they have their own landline numbers, and we talk to them at a global level, and once we understand that they are quite reliable people, then we start some communication with them. Then they give us the job, and we give the job to the village people. So I was explaining the lowest model is 1 computer software and the 1 big screen and with speakers. Then the 20 boys and girls in a village are trained on this stuff. Then this setup is upgraded to a primary level, which has 5 computers and some again required infrastructure like table, chairs, board, things like that. Then the finally it's a secondary level, which we call the e-village, in which we have got 10 computers with a broadband internet connection, be it through a satellite, be it through some other ways of communication I talked about, like fiber optic. So this is the model of e-village, and right now 300 young girls from the age let's say 12 to 18 are in a program which I will explain right now, which is called ICT for Girls. So now the strategy for expanding e-village to other parts of the country is to involve other organizations like NGOs, like government organizations, like private sector organizations, like public-private schools. We do not now want to expand based on some funding model in which we request for some funding from some source, we get computers, internet connections, and then we expand. No, this is, we will go slow. we are trying to invest in our content now, the local content. And APTN and telecenter.org has been very kind enough to help us in this regard, and telecenter.org has given us the content we get prepared for the global level telecenters. So by focusing on the content, and then by focusing on development of the software, so that people without internet can utilize the benefit of the power of this content to learn things, how to do things, and how to learn English, and how to stay connected safely on internet and all these things. So this is briefly about eVillage, and now I will explain to you another initiative which is called ICT for Girls. You know, ICT for Girls is a international agenda program under ITU, and every year the last Thursday of every April is celebrated as ICT for Girls Day. So first time in Pakistan this year we are celebrating 25th April as ICT for Girls Day. So what we are planning to do on that day, right now as I told you, 300 girls are getting the training in basic ICT skills in different villages under our program. And this group of students is a part of the initiative of the telecenter.org Women Empowerment Program. And under this program, we intend to take the exam of all these 300 girls. These exams will be organized from 15th April to 20th April, 5 days. After 5 days of this exam, all those who will qualify the exam would be given the certificates of completing this exam, and then they'll be switched over to the next phase of the training program. So on 25th April, we intend to invite all these girls with their parents and with their school teachers, and just for creating the awareness in the among girls, we intend to invite 3 other girls also. And Maria Tess, who is the regional head of telecenter.org, has been very kind enough to be the guest of honor in this function. So we are planning for 2 segments of the function. In the morning we will have a certificate awarding function, in which we will highlight the importance of this day, that why it is important to train the small girls, young girls in ICT skills, if we want to make them responsible citizens of the country, if we want to make them in a position where they can help their society to come out of the crisis which we are facing in Pakistan. So we need to invest on the young girls now, so that when they become the mothers, they are good mothers, and they know the power of ICT to promote health, education, and economic empowerment through ICTs again, and good governance. So in the after lunch we will have a program in a village, which is again a first village of Pakistan, that is Mera Bagwal. We will celebrate a program there. Again we will have some village for songs and some motivational songs and some speeches for the girls there, and it will be concluded by a musical show there, in which the local music will be presented, and we will try to film it and give it to APTN website, so that they can put on their website and people globally can see it, and how do we celebrate ICT for girls in Pakistan. So the third segment I will be talking about the entrepreneurship in women. You know, as all of you know, that what is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is doing the same thing with some new ideas, new skills, and re-engineering the skills of the people, and to involve them in some innovative ways. You know, normally a person has a comfort level in life, and he or she is trained or comfortable enough to remain in that comfort zone. But if she or he has to go out of the comfort zone, she has to learn some new skills. For example, a country can't afford to give jobs to everyone. Some people will have to do something innovative, like not trying to get a job, like trying to give jobs to the people. And how can you give jobs to the people if you establish some local industry? If you normally if you think about trading at the international level, there is no need for trading at the international level. initially at the start. As an entrepreneur, you can think about trading within your own country. In Pakistan, I know it very well that in number of parts of the country, there is a food stuff like apricot, like number of fruit stuff, which is destroying, which is again not being used because there is no facility to preserve that food there, or to make a good packing of that food there, so that it can be brought to other parts of this country, or for that matter can be exported. So we need to train our young women entrepreneurs to find out some innovative ways of involving the ladies. So again, why am I focusing on ladies? That boys and the women, the men are doing number of jobs in the country, but ladies are involved in their traditional village jobs. And now, since the agriculture sector has been mechanized, so I do not find any much number of the ladies in the villages, and we will have to give them some alternative jobs. We'll have to give them some innovative ways of doing things. They can do number of labor-intensive jobs in villages, which is highly demanded in big cities. Now, with the help of internet, we can train them to do those jobs, which are repetitive in nature, which are labor-intensive in its nature. So these things can be done only if we train our ladies in some entrepreneurial skills. For this purpose, we have established Center for Women Entrepreneurship in Pakistan, and that center has a website. It's www. It's cwe.org.pk. Again, repeat, cwe.org.pk. Under this initiative, we are trying to educate the women in Pakistan to be entrepreneurs. We are trying to sell them the ideas that they should learn to make a company. They should learn to be involved in some manufacturing sequence of manufacturing stuff. They can be involved in learning the skills remotely from other countries. Like today, here in APTN headquarters, we have discussed with Dr. Chim that how the livelihood skills being promoted and being exercised in Thailand can be exported to Pakistan, because again human beings are living there. Again, the needs are the same, which are the needs of the people of Thailand here. So if we can find some way out that whatever these women are doing here under, let's say, e-women initiative in Thailand, what they are doing here, we capture them, we film them, we break them into small steps, and now we show the same CBD, computer-based training programs, to the women living in villages in Pakistan, and now we can speak in our own language, which is called Urdu or Punjabi there, so that they can understand that how to do these things done. Again, if we have some good internet connections, we can show them these things in real time. The ladies in one village of Thailand can talk to ladies in another village of Pakistan. So this will help us to bring communities together. Again, this will help us to bring good people on the globe with helping each other. I think internet has given us a good opportunity of helping each other. We don't need to go to big universities, these poor women. They can learn from each other. And by learning from each other, they can help themselves, they can help their own country, they can help their own society, and then finally the goodness will prevail in the globe. And whatever we are seeing, some bad things in the globe, I think the good people on the globe will talk to each other, will learn from each other, will help each other, and they will start working with each other. And finally, I will talk about an initiative called Cyber Scout. Okay, now we'll talk about Cyber Scout initiative taken by Thailand. You know, these two words, cyber and scout, are very exciting for me, because scout is a very legendary old word for preparing the young boys and girls for helping the society when they grow up further. And cyber, you know, is an initiative at a global level to link communities with communities. Internet was very much designed for global cooperation, very much designed for bringing good things in one part of the world to good things in another part of the world, making the bridges, making the communication easy. Now this word Cyber Scout has become very exciting today. Why? Because a lot of bad stuff is equally available on internet. When we talk about internet, it's something about the knowledge. It's something about the experience of the people. But traditionally, we have seen in the human history that whenever some new technology comes, whenever some new initiative comes, the bad guys also come forward. Let's take the example of the Industrial Revolution. When the Industrial Revolution came in Europe, the London became again a center of place for the criminals also. Because throughout the Europe, criminals came to London. So did they stop the revolution? No. They kept on working on that. And today we see the benefits of an industrial revolution in that era. So internet is again a revolution for the mankind to do good things collectively. So along with this revolution, a lot of bad people have come. Now when our young boys and girls are on Facebook or on iGoogle or number of social networks, so what bad people do, they spot them, they identify them on their social networks. Because traditionally young boys and girls are free to talk to each other about their ideas, about their opinions, but it doesn't mean that somebody should take advantage of their weaknesses or again disadvantage of their good points. So we need to create a team of dedicated young boys and girls who could train people, who could create awareness in the people that how to remain away from the bad guys. For example, if we talk about Facebook, Facebook has got a security setting. If we make the security settings favorable to our comfort level, or if we do not make the security settings, it's a hell of a difference. Like the passwords. You know, the password is the first line of defense. If we have a same password for everything what we do on internet, so if somebody hacks one password, then our entire network on the internet is open to the person. So we need to train people about how to make the password, what techniques they should use to make a secure password, or how to remain secure when surfing on internet. So all these things can be best taught by the young people to the young people. So the initiative of Cyber Scouts taken by Thailand is wonderful. And in today's meeting with Dr. Chim, I have requested her to take Pakistan as one of the country to lead the initiative in Asia, and we are ready to work with them. And my personal experience in cyber security, I have the honor of remaining the chief of cyber security department in the government of Pakistan for 10 years. Rather, I was the pioneering officer in the government to establish the cyber security department for government of Pakistan, and I remained its chief up till 2010. And right now I am heading again a big initiative in cyber security. It's called PISA. PISA is a Pakistan Information Security Association, which has got more than 2,000 information security specialists in Pakistan. And PISA is working in a number of areas, and the most important is the PISA CERT. You know, CERT is a computer emergency response stream. And what does CERT does is something which technical people understand, that CERT is a team of people which operates immediately in cyber emergency. For example, if you have a DDoS attack, if you have an attack on your website, if you have an attack on your servers, then the CERT team comes, and it not only helps you to control the attacks, it mitigates the attack, or it helps you to identify who did it. So through Cyber Scouts, we can start a sequence of training programs in which we can start very humbly from a low-level awareness program. Then taking the things further, we can train the boys and girls in universities and schools about the secure surfing on internet, how to fix their security settings. Then if some of them are more trained, we can train them to form their own sites in the universities, in their schools. Then if their school or university or their organization has some security vulnerability from the cyberspace, they can come forward and help their management in not only mitigating the attack, but also telling them that who has done it. You know, on internet, if hackers can deface your website, you can equally track the hackers when they are present on internet. It's a war of technology, and this war can be fought only through tools, through knowledge. We can never fight this war if we do not know how to handle these situations. You know, the cyberspace is a complete world. We need defenders for the cyberspace. If we will not train the people, if we will not train the grassroots level, you know, in cybersecurity there are a lot of people who are professionally qualified to combat in certain situations, but they are very few. And the scope and dimension of threat is so big that unless we do not train the people at the grassroots level, at the school level, at college level, at organizations level, we cannot make a big difference. Again, I will repeat, the attackers are many and we need to train the defenders. It's like army. For example, in USA, they have declared cyberspace as fourth front. Like they have air, they have a sea, and they have land front. They have made the fourth front as cyberspace. So when a country like USA has declared cyberspace as the fourth front, how can the developing country or underdeveloped countries can afford to use internet without creating the required awareness in their population at a grassroots level? So I will again say that the Cyber Scout initiative taken by the Thailand is wonderful. It's very timely, and from Pakistan, I request Dr. Chaim today to take us as the part of the initiative, and whatever humble knowledge we have about cybersecurity, and the entire team of PISA Pakistan will definitely do something to create the required awareness in Asian countries. And we will be honoring to lead the initiative in Asia, and Cyber Scout initiative in Pakistan and in some of the countries in Asia will definitely come up to make the cyberspace in that part of the world a secure place to live. Now, I will touch upon a very important subject, that how the Pakistan Telecenter Network in Pakistan can help and collaborate with Asia Pacific Telecenter Network. You know, ICT for development or securing the ICTs are not two things, same thing. Because if we will not secure the ICTs through cyber scouts, they will destroy the infrastructures. If we will not learn how to use ICTs for development, we cannot develop rapidly. So I take both these two initiatives, that is the Telecenter initiative and the Cyber Scout initiative aiming in one direction. That is to enable the secure and sustained power of technology for the benefit of human beings, be it health, be it education, be it economic empowerment, and be it good governance. Now, how can we help, or how can we contribute rather in APTN initiative? In Pakistan, as I told you in my initial talk, that there's a lot of understanding about internet, about use of internet for good things, but we are lacking in one thing, that how to earn money from internet, how to learn the livelihood skills through internet. So how can APTN, like country like Thailand and country like Pakistan can work together? I think if we train our people, rather we train the master trainers in our community about, let's say, how to work on internet, basis of computer, or some livelihood skills through computers, through internet, then that can be translated into local languages. And when I talk about local language, Urdu, that is understandable in India also. That is understandable in Bangladesh also. So I think what we can do is the skill set, the knowledge base in Pakistan can be given in English to other countries of APTN, and the knowledge base in other countries can be translated into local language in Pakistan, that is Urdu, and that can be again replicated for bigger models. We can start very humbly in some one skill set. For example, how to make something useful which is sellable also in the open market by the destroyed by the waste stuff. In my last visit to Bangkok, Dr. Chim was kind enough to take out some nearby telecenter, and there we saw that the old people, the old community people were making some stuff from the waste stuff. That's wonderful. If we can make some films out of these things, that can be explained in Urdu or local language, and the people in Pakistan or India and Bangladesh in that part can easily learn, and then they can also start making those things. Then maybe we can make some international market of these things. Something being prepared in Thailand, something being prepared in Bangladesh, something being prepared in Malaysia, can be exported to countries in Asia, and the stuff like embroidery, like women dresses or things like that, which is very famous in countries like India, Bangladesh and Pakistan, can be again exported to. So we can have some sort of a cyber market later on. And I'm very thankful that Dr. Chim and his team is doing a wonderful job in Thailand, and I'm very happy to work with them. Whenever I work with them, I feel a motivation, and I think that in APTN we can help each other by exchanging only what we know. And this exchange can be through Skype, this can be through computer-based training programs, these things can be in some regional or conferences, and like e-woman initiative. I was just discussing with Dr. Chim. I think it's a wonderful initiative, because as I told you that the majority segment in Pakistan is women, and especially women living in villages. So whatever they do for e-women in Thailand, we can learn from it. Whatever we do, for example, under a women entrepreneurship program, we are trying to make a computer-based training program for the women folk, that how to make a business plan. So this is something very technical. So how to form the name of a company, how to Google the name, how to see that whether other companies are doing the same area, how to analyze the market research in the product and services you are going all about. So in this initiative, we are trying to bring on board some experts into it. So once you finalize the training program, how to make a business proposal, how to make a business plan to start some business, how to make your own website, how to do all these things, we can easily give it to them. So they can use it. And if it is in English, somebody can translate it to local Thai language. Again, it can be used. So I think the language should not be any barrier. And I think all of you know that we have got the machine translation also. Something we have in Thailand, in Thai language, we can easily transfer it into English, or again from English into Urdu. But machine translation is not that much perfect. So we need to bring some people who could purify this translation and can do it. So there are a number of ways. For example, we are making a training program that how to train the women in the villages about development of websites. You know, HTML training is a simple training. If you finish by making the HTML training program, you can easily at least design a static website. And for small towns and villages, if you go to shopkeepers and if you tell them, okay, we can design and make host your website, let's say 500 bahts. Oh, you'll be very happy. 500 bahts, I have my up and running website, everything is working now. So we have already done it in our own language. So what we can do is we can find out a person who knows English or Urdu, or who can convert. The stuff is there. The templates are there that can be converted easily into local Thai languages. So that is how we can work together. And like telecenter.org is doing a wonderful job by linking the community at a global level. So these regional levels, networks like APTN or initiatives in Asia can be tied up together to form a big global initiative. And I will finish with my comments that internet was designed for the world to be a global village. So now we can think to reap the benefit of this global village. While bad people have started reaping the benefits, so we need to keep them away from the good internet. Only internet or some cyber scouts can do this job. And other good people having experiences, having their skill sets should come forward, and they should join hands together, they should discuss things together. Maybe we are not very good in something today, but if we start talking to each other, if we start sharing our ideas, I am very positive that a day will come that it will really become a global village. I thank you all for giving a patient listening to my talk, and looking forward to see all of you in some similar initiative. Thank you very much. Okay, finally, before leaving, I'd like to introduce one of my very good friend, Muhammad Shahryar here, and he basically belongs to Pakistan. He was there, he is in Bangkok for the last 1 year only, and he's a very entrepreneurial person. The very quality of I always like him as a young man is that he is a very entrepreneurial person. And I told you in my talk that entrepreneur is a person who tries to find a way out of crisis. So today we find that there's a great demand for entrepreneurs. And let me introduce also that Muhammad Shahryar is very lucky enough to have a very good wife, and Samia. And this morning I was talking to her, and she also lives with him in Bangkok, and she is a ICT qualified person, and she has a lot of skill sets in ICT. So Muhammad and Samia together can help a lot in bridging the communication from Thailand to Pakistan and Pakistan to Thailand. And I have requested Muhammad to join APTN initiative and be ambassador of Pakistan in the APTN initiative, so that whatever we want to do in Thailand, he can bridge the gap, talk to Dr. Chim here, and whatever Dr. Chim wants from us to be done, that apart from the internet communication, we have a physical communication. And Muhammad is very kind, although he's very busy, his wife is very busy, but I requested them to stretch some of their time to contribute in this not-for-profit, but again something for the goodness of this world. So Muhammad has been listening what I have been talking to you, so I would request Muhammad to say a few words about it.
Well, this is definitely an eye-opening session for me. I've learned quite a bit, both from Mr. Amar and Ms. Chim, and definitely in bridging the gap between the two countries for the greater good. Myself and my wife will be more than willing and inclined to help both the countries and communities coming together, and definitely it will be a success story in the making very soon. Thank you.
At least Muhammad help me to bring me to the APTN office also, which is very far away. Thank you, Baba. And
so the first initiative will be APTN shop, right?
APT, yes, APT shop. Yes, can you come here for a minute?
That's okay.
Just for a minute, When Dr. Chim was listening to me about preparing the stuff from the waste material in Pakistan, and same thing in like Thailand, so she had the brilliant idea of like the APTA shop, and I think it's very innovative thing. Now we can have a virtual shop in the cyberspace. You know, all these ladies who are working in different villages, they can put their samples, their stuff on the website, and then we can promote the companies or promoters or organizations to make some bulk shopping from those cyber shops and give it to the poor people. So I request Dr. Chim to say something about it.
Yeah, this is very great day today. I would say that very honored to welcome our FPTN board, Amma. He is the president of many of important ICT4D initiative in the world, in Asia and Asia Pacific. We are very honored and very exciting. And then also he also claim that he and Muhammad Farawai is an ambassador from Pakistan. We are very proud of that. And then also today we have Miss Jip Bunyapon. In Thai culture, we always say the nickname, short name Jip Chim, like that. So she will be our coordinator, very super active coordinator to make it happen. Yeah. So right after this, we will have FPTN shop, right? So you can see all the product from our grassroots community to prove that if the ICT access to the hands of the marginal group, that ICT can be a magic to make it earn for them. So let's see that how can be pilot immediately after this. Right now we have telecentercharm.org to be the online product for the Thai people. And then soonest to come within this coming April, we will have the FPTN shop to show you that and to prove to the growth to the Asia Pacific member country that it could be very easy to be possible. And then second is Cyber Scout. Yeah, that would be very exciting also. And then you know that if even the Thai people, the Thai Scout people know about this news, they must be very happy, very exciting, because the Scout is very honored already.
Honorable.
Yeah, and then the cyber.
With these three.
Yeah. The cyber itself is the creativity, opportunity, friendship, and etc. So if it's very good balancing, integrating among each other, then that would be very great. And then I would like to say that Jip is the one that do a very well study about the global Cyber Scout. Jip, can you share with something?
Oh, okay. So for the Cyber Scouts that I have studied, we have America is the biggest one, that the best practice for this, and then Australia, Sri Lanka as well, and Singapore. So we will share with you guys via Cyber Scout website.
And then that will be linked with a very important Cyber Scout and Cyber Initiative, cyber security, that is Amma will share. Can you?
Yeah. You know, cyber security is a mindset. Normally when we work on internet, we forget that we can be seen and identified by anyone on the globe. So we need to be very, very careful when we are on internet. Like, for example, when our small kid go out of home, we tell him that please remain away from these bad type of people. But when he or she is away, not from the home, she is exposed to millions of bad people in the world, we don't teach him or teach her that how to remain away from these chatting channels or these bad guys. So it's very important that we should train our small young boys and girls so that when they grow up, they are very comfortable in walking on the digital lanes. You know, cyber is like a digital city. It has got lanes. So good people are also working and bad people are also working on that lane. So we need to train our young boys and girls to remain away from the bad people. So it's very important that the Cyber Scout initiative has come now from Thailand, and we are very proud that if Dr. Chim makes us as a member of the team, we can be a very contributing factor in Asia also.
Yeah, that would be very good news for our FPTN family, that the Thailand, Pakistan, and other country will be very serious move about the Cyber Scout, and then by tomorrow, I mean within a week of April, all the guru and policy member of the Cyber Scout, and you mean including the cyber and scout people and educating people, the developing people and NGO will group together and see that how can we move Cyber Scout in Thailand. And then once we tap the hand with Pakistan and other country, Pakistan has a lot of lesson learned because Amma is one among the guru of cyber security that has worked for long. Can you tell us some of your experience about your work?
You know, back in 2001, I was tasked from Government of Pakistan to be the pioneering head of the Cybersecurity Department of Government of Pakistan. It's called NR3C, National Response Center for Cyber Crimes. It is under the department FIA, Federal Investigation Agency. So I very honorably made the law for cyber crimes in Pakistan and started that initiative. And till my retirement in 2010, I was the head of NR3C FIA. So we arrested number of bad guys in Pakistan. We arrested a number of financial scammers in Pakistan, and we cooperated with number of government organizations, a number of cybersecurity organizations. Then after my retirement from the government service, I decided to join some initiative which is for the promotion of the awareness against cyber crimes. You know, it's very bad that we don't teach the people how to remain secure on internet. So right now I am the president of PISA, which is Pakistan Information Security Association. This has got more than 2,000 professional members in Karachi, in Lahore and Islamabad. And under PISA we are doing a number of initiatives, and one of is to create awareness in the people of Pakistan. We go to departments, organizations, schools and colleges, and now I am very honored that I will be part of the Cyber Scout initiative. So that will give us more understanding of working with the global communities. And when we will come there, we will attend their seminars, workshop. Then we will teach whatever we very humbly know. Maybe we start some training program like how to make your secure passwords, or how to remain secure on social networks, or how to keep yourself away from DDoS attacks. You know, it's very serious attack. What is a DDoS attack? It is a denial of service attack. For example, somebody is after your website and he makes a DDoS attack on your website, then the website will remain so engaged that the legitimate people cannot see your website. So there are a number of things we can tell it to the organizations, to universities, to students, to how to remain secure on internet.
Yes, by your talking, I'm sure that many of our APTN family or even our TCF family would be very curious to join us. You know? Yeah. Okay. And then I think that today is very great day, and then we are very proud also to welcome the Pakistan ambassador. This is really very honor for us. And then along the way, we also got the chance to introduce our new APTN coordinator.
Yeah.
She must be one among our e-women.
E-women.
Yeah, e-women. And then I would like to share also by the coming May, we will have the volunteer from the Philippines to come and help us to move APTN. And then Amma also got an idea for any exchange program for any volunteer. So, welcome to our APTN family. Your home is here. We are very honored to welcome you all. Please come and share the hands and work together to make our APTN is a big family to help more people that is really waiting for us.
Let me tell you, it's a wonderful room, a very cozy room, a lot of good food stuff downstairs, and a wonderful place in Bangkok. And please do come here. Since morning I am here and I am enjoying a lot. Thank you much.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Just say that.